Enterprise is all new, 8 times bigger, and the crew is all new as well.
I have no problem with following any rules you lay down, short of compromising your safety.
One further thing.
Anything, sir.
I got a family man, Riker, and yet Starfleet has given me a ship with children aboard. But since a captain needs an image of geniality, here to see that's what I project.
Aye, sir.
Welcome to the Enterprise, Commander Riker.
For those who love the old Star Trek, one of the most innovative television shows of the 60s, this new version, Star Trek The Next Generation, is catching on as a worthy successor. Distinguished British actor Patrick Stewart plays Commander Jean-Luc Picard, and Jonathan Frakes plays his number 1, Commander William Riker, and both are joining us this morning from Los Angeles. Good morning to the two of you.
Good morning.
The shakedown cruise is over now, I guess. You've had a few months on the Enterprise. What is the verdict, Patrick, of the Trekkers? Do they take you as a good successor? Are you being accepted?
The verdict of the Trekkers is probably very close to that of the driver who brought us in this morning, who told me that he was uneasy about the idea of a new series, but after exposure to the pilot, that he was completely persuaded and convinced, not only that we were in the direct line of the original Star Trek, but that it was also something that was new and exciting and entirely acceptable.
Well, that's very... Jonathan, do you worry about those people? I mean, do you have it in the back of your mind that those people are watching you with an extraordinarily critical eye?
I worry less than I did when we began. It was a very skeptical audience, primarily, and I think, as Patrick pointed out, I think we've won them over. I trust we won them over.
You know what I think their unease was? That we were going to attempt to repeat the same thing, that it would be some attempt to carbon copy the original, and I think the charm of the show is that it's a development. It's moved on from the original.
Well, let me get to the critical question. Have you guys been able to save the universe yet?
Oh, that's a long job. That can't be done in 6 months, John.
That is a long job.
Yeah.
Little corners of it here and there. They're now safer and more secure and happier. They've had more laughs since we arrived. That's
Well, it's a dirty job, but you two guys, I guess, have to do it. Patrick, you come out of the Royal Shakespeare Company, a distinguished acting background. When you do something like this, is there a tendency to treat it a little bit as camp?
You think that Shakespeare isn't camp?
Well, in some performances that I've seen, but not all.
You know, the similarity is extraordinary. Certainly playing the role of the captain, because a lot of kings have been in my background. The similarities including that you get to sit down a lot while other people have to stand up. People call you sir or sire. You have a natural authority, and you have instant obedience. It's rather like me with my family back at home. In fact, there's much about my past career that seems to have been a preparation for sitting in the captain's chair of the Enterprise.
Is it a little camp for you, Jonathan?
I enjoy good spacesuit acting.
Not a lot of...
This man loves his spacesuit so much. I tell you, they have guards on the gate at Paramount to take his spacesuit off him when he leaves at the end of the day.
True story.
I see. Jonathan, did you watch growing up the other episodes, the first Star Trek?
I did indeed. Not quite as closely as I watched them after I got this job, but I did watch.
So important to the earlier show were the relationships of the characters. It really seemed to make the show work. Is that it? And especially the relationship, I would suspect, between Captain and Number 1. Is that, how do you guys work on that?
Well, the clip that you saw was the first substantial scene between the two of us, and that laid some of the ground rules for this relationship. It's not quite a duo because we have other principal characters, more principal characters in this series than in the original one. And I think the network of relationships is a little more complex. But it's the charm of a series like this, that the relationships are continually developing and growing. It feels a little unreal here because on the ship, on the bridge, Jonathan is on this side of me and not on that side of me. I have real difficulty relating to him over here on
Next time when you guys come back, we'll put you on the right side. Jonathan, Patrick, thank you both for being with us. Pleasure to have you with us this morning.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back.